You are listening to the Scars and Guitars podcast. My name is Andrew Mikee Smith, and I hope wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing spiffingly well. The guest you're about to hear from is a bloke called Mikee Goodman, and he is the front man for Gent Metal Kings from the UK, Sikth. Gosh, I love saying that band name. Sikth. 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 Sorry, had to get it off my chest. All right. Sikth are touring Australia with The Contortionist through May. I'm going to read out some tour dates. On the 2nd, they are playing the Zoo in Brizzy. I'll be at that one. On the 3rd, they're playing Melbourne at Max Watts. 4th, they're playing Sydney at the Manning Bar. The 5th, they're playing Adelaide at the Gov. And on the 6th, finally, Perth, you get a show at the Rosemount Hotel. Let's not delay. Let's hear what Mikee has to say. Here we go. Hey, Mikee, how you going?
Hey, how you doing, man? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it's good to chat to you again. We had a chat about, I think, 12 months ago or so, just on the eve of the release of the new album for you guys. So, hope everything's been going well since we last had a chat.
Oh, good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, well, here and there, really. You know what I mean? Did we wait a minute. When is it now? March? Did we release that? It's a year since we released that. That's mental.
Yeah, June. Well, it was in June, but I mean, gosh, it says 10 months off it. But yeah, that's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a long while, man. What seems to happen?
It doesn't
not stuff out of. I'm working on a video game right now, and that's been consuming my life.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me about all the different stuff that you had going on. So, how do you keep balance with so many irons in the fire?
I don't really. I mean, I think it's quite healthy to keep it fresh. Do you know what I mean? But don't really know. Sometimes I'll be honest, it gets too much. At some point, you're like, what am I doing? Like, this is crazy. I've got to do this, got to do that. Because you have to prioritise your different things, you know?
Yes.
It's crazy. We had Dot from London Grammar on the game the other day. He's quite big in Australia, he was telling me. I was talking to him about Australia. London Grammar, the band, do you know them?
Yeah, I do, of course. Yeah, they're very popular here, yeah.
Yeah. Pretty cool dude. I don't even know why I just brought it up. Sorry, mate. Yeah. So anyway,
Right.
yeah, it's been quite crazy. It's been like, yeah, but with Sikth, it hasn't been as busy as we kind of thought it might have been. Do you know what I mean? We thought we might be doing a bit more touring and stuff, but since we can go into Australia, that's kind of cool. And we would hope to go back to Japan. We got on a big label there as well. And but for us, it's like a massive thing to come back to Australia, or to come to Australia, because it's like always. But I probably said in the last interview, it's always been a big dream to come to Australia. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, I remember you telling me that you hadn't been down here last time we had a chat. So it's really cool to see that you've hooked up with the lads in The Contortionist for a tour.
Yeah, it's really good, isn't it? So we've got the same agent, so it kind of happened like that. But they did actually all come out before any of that happened. They actually all came to see us. We played somewhere. I've forgotten where we played, but it was somewhere near Chicago. And they actually drove to see the show when we were in America. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And then, yeah, they seem really funny in that. I heard them with on the Periphery tour they did in the UK as well. That was pretty cool. So, yeah, we're excited about it.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah. So the album, The Future in Whose Eyes, okay, I think it's probably up there with some of your best work that you've put out into the market. So, but what's your take on its performance? Has it done what you wanted it to do for you guys? In other words, has it attracted new fans?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if it must have attracted some new fans, but to be honest, we need to be spreading the word to the next generation of fans, and also when you change a singer, like Justin changed, and even though the writing hasn't changed because I was always the main writer anyway, and I wrote everything on this album vocally. Some people are like, don't give things a chance. You know what I mean? They're like, oh no, I'm not going to give it a chance. So yeah, there's been a bit of that, but then the people who have given it a chance have been like, this is my favourite stuff you've done, or like you say, this is my favourite stuff. because I think it's really, really strong. It's a strong album. And, but yeah, to be honest with you, I think it might have to grow a little bit more.
Yeah, actually, I'll second that. Yeah, I'm a big fan of The Trees Are Dead from 2003. So when I compare the two albums, they're very different. So I've lived with The Future in Whose Eyes for a few months now. It actually took me a couple of months to sort of get into it. I mean, I get a lot of advanced copy, I get a lot of albums to listen to, and that was one of those ones that was bubbling along in the background. Now for anybody, I found that I was trying to listen to it in the car. And because it's such a complex album, it doesn't really work as driving music. It was the sort of music that I had to put on some headphones and actually dedicate some time to get to know and to understand all of the different intricacies of. So that'd be my feedback to you, mate. Anybody out there who's trying to get into it, it's definitely a headphone album.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, well, that's just what I found. It's wonderful instrumentation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the instrumentation. Some people have said the instrumentation doesn't come across as complex until you really listen to it, and then it becomes really complex because it is more complex than anything they've done before. Some people have said this album isn't as crazy as the previous. Like, for instance, isn't as wild as some of the things on The Trees Are Dead and Dried Out or something like that. But it's a lot stronger. I think it's a lot stronger vocally and melodically, and it's got a lot more groove. Where, for me, to be honest with you, Opacity's the EP, then the mini album. I absolutely love that. I love that, and that was really, really good for me. But yeah, The Trees. I think it took a lot out of us to write. Absolutely, I did not enjoy the writing process at all.
All right.
Absolutely sucked everything. You know what I mean? But yeah, then you do that. You think, actually, that's awesome. I listen back to it and I'm like, yeah, that's really good, and I'm really proud of it. So I think people just have to give it a chance. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely deserves more of a chance than it's so far. But now we've got a chance to go out to Australia and play to other people over there. So hopefully it'll do well over there. Do you know what I mean? Like, and if you get past, oh well, this is what I like about this, and this is what I like about that. If you just like go, right, this is a new Sikth, I'm going to give it a chance. Sorry, I'm going to give it a chance of something new.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about the current state of the sort of music that you're playing? Because ever since you've been playing, there's really yourself and Meshuggah. Since then, there's been Animals as leaders. The Contortionists who you're playing with, Periphery. There are a ton of bands that come through, but you guys were well ahead of the change curve, and it just feels like as though technical metal has taken time to sort of latch on and really become something in the fans' eyes. So do you see yourselves as somewhat of pioneers of a genre?
Well, some people see us as pioneers of the genre, and obviously we were there at the start doing our own thing. But yeah, I mean, a lot of those bands, like Animals as Leaders, they've completely got their own thing. We don't sound a thing like them, to me. They completely go off and do their thing. Periphery are a lot more melodic, and they've got their own sound, and I think they're great. People have told me that their first album was more closer to us sound-wise, but then later on they kind of developed to really into a lot. So they're a great band. I get on very well with them. We get on very well with them. We'd say them and Tooth Grinder are like a friends of bands. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
So really get those guys, and yeah. But I think everyone's kind of got their own sound in those bands you mentioned. But then you get the scene under that, and you get a lot of the bands sounding pretty much the same. You know, a lot of Michigan, yeah, and stuff like that. So, but yeah, you don't get many rip-offs of me vocally, but you get a lot of rip-offs of the riffs.
Oh, totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Your vocals very unique. Very unique.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's not something.
Thanks.
I think it'd be very hard to copy what you're doing.
Cheers, man. Yes, so maybe it's Marmite, I've been told, by some people.
Well, we've got Vegemite down here, mate, so you can stock up on Vegemite when you come to Australia. It's virtually the same thing.
Yeah. Well, apparently you love it or hate it, but yeah, I just do my thing, and then it's up to other people what they make of it. But you know what I mean? If you try and make music to please everyone, or not from your heart, or not for expressing yourself, then you're not doing it right.
Hey, here's a question I've always wanted to ask a member of the band. What does the band's name mean?
It doesn't mean a thing. That's the thing. At the start, we were trying to think of gambling. Oh, I'm saying, it doesn't mean a thing. Now I'm going to explain the whole meaning. Right, so what we wanted to do was actually, we were saying gambling, was saying six-sided dice. And then we were saying, I think it was something like stick. And then someone said six. One of the band members, I've forgotten who it was, I think it was one which left. And then they put a K in there. And it all happened really quickly within about 10 minutes. We were just sitting around someone's house on a couch. And I remember turning to it. I was like, yeah, that's cool. We put a K in there, and it was a bit, it was a bit, sick and all that. But it's kind of all right because people don't think it is sick. Do you know what I mean? It's sick. Yeah, that's kind of how it is. But at the end of the day, we wanted, we thought it would be great to have a word which no one else has got, and it turned out to be an absolute great idea because you had the internet come out and become so huge as it has been, and then you look up Sikth and Sikth comes up. Do you know what I mean? It's not like Oasis or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's great to have a word which is your own. Yeah.
Oh, indeed. Yeah. I mean, there's only one band with that name, so you're not going to be confused with anybody else. That's for sure.
Exactly. Yeah. The only thing I will say is some people get it totally wrong. Like some people say it totally wrong. Actually, in Japan they say it completely different, just because of the language and how people talk. They say Sikth. But but some people get very confused how to say the name, but it's all right. Anyhow, it's one of those things.
Hey, when we last had a chat, I asked you about your relationship with Adrian Smith from Iron Maiden. So, of course, you're in a band with him called Primal Rock Rebellion. And I asked back then if there was any plans to do a second album, mate. So I've got to reprise that question and ask, how's things? Has there been plans afoot since we last had a chat to record a second album with Adrian?
No. There hasn't at all. I mean, I was talking to Adrian about doing one extra song, possibly, maybe re-releasing that album or something that we made, and also talking about an EP. But there's nothing yet. He's quite busy with something he's doing right now. He's doing something else right now, which he's quite busy with, and he's doing Maiden. So. Yeah, there's nothing at the moment. And as well as that, mate, I mean, to be honest with you, I've been 7 months, I think, doing the computer game world. I was on tour and I was still casting, directing.
Oh, my God.
It was really hard, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So I was doing all this. Did well casting, like I was saying earlier. I got Dot on it. I got one of the Periphery dudes on it, and all this, you know. But you have to cast 70 characters, 70 different voices, and you need about 3 or 4, sometimes 8 different voices, auditions, and all that. So it's quite a heavy job, but I absolutely love it. I really do. It's kind of good to keep yourself constantly busy and have different types of creativity. You know what I mean? To go to, whether it be voice or music video or music or voiceovers, whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's good to keep things fresh.
Where do you get the energy from to keep going though? I mean, you're clearly a smart guy and you got a sharp brain, but where do you get the energy from in order to maintain all of your different outlets, creative outlets?
Well, I think it's just dedicated. Thank you very much, by the way. I think it's just dedicating a lot of your time to it. I haven't got a girlfriend. Maybe that's something. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, that'd be a big
Constantly
one.
working. I work in. I go to party. When I party, I go for it. Kind of. I was watching one of the greatest musicians I've ever seen in my entire life last night, and he's called Bob Log III. And I don't know if he's been to Australia, but if he ever does,
a few times.
I would tell everyone in Australia. Oh, he has. Okay. Yep. It is my favourite thing to go and watch. I absolutely love that dude. He is amazing, I think. Anyway.
Yes.
Okay. I love how he does even his vocals. Like, and I do all that stuff. I've been doing that, as well, and I just appreciate it. He's doing all that, doing all these crazy voices, and he's doing this kick drum and playing the slide guitar like a lunatic. He's just absolutely amazing. Yeah. So have you seen him?
I have seen him, yeah. About 15 or 16 years ago or so, I was just, it was right place, right time. And I ended up just paying the $12 cover charge or what have you and going into a gig and watching him play. And I wasn't sure what the hell was going on, to be frank. It took a couple of songs for me to sort of work out what he was doing. I thought he was like an old blues guy. But then he started doing all that avant-garde stuff that you're talking about. And and then he kept on doing it. So I thought, well, this is what he obviously does. He actually felt more like can I use this as a compliment for him? He felt like one of those really gifted circus performers or sideshow alley performers.
Yeah, he's something like that. He's something out there. But he's actually, I've seen him about 10 years ago, and then about 5 years ago, and about 10 years ago, then 8 years ago, and then just last night. And he's really developed since then. He's gotten much better, actually. I thought he was good before and a great groove and all that, but now he's absolutely unbelievable. He should be huge. He should be playing all these big festivals everywhere. But anyway, sorry, I got distracted.
No, that's cool.
What you said, how do you fit in everything? Yeah, sure, mate. How do you fit in everything to, basically, it's just basically dedicating your work and like, But there's a fine line. It's like you have to be like, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do all of this stuff, but I've got to dedicate, enough time to be able to do it properly. So, like, even it comes to, like, for instance, I do this band called Sad Season, and I've just restarted it because we were around years ago and we never released a thing. We just put a few things on MySpace, which were nothing compared to what we are now, and then we just never really did anything. Do you know what I mean? Because I think the band was far away from me. I was driving there, I was kind of doing everything. I was like, this just isn't fun. I'm not doing it. I'm carrying on something else. And then me and the main dude in the band were like, let's get a new band together. Let's make it local. Let's make it easy. We just turn up, we jam, let's see how it is, the feeling in the room, and that's amazing. So I made a hard work band. It didn't work like being as it was, so I just made everything. So you just have to kind of like make sure things can work and things can work like and function easily, and then you can do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that all made any sense what I just said, but
no, it makes complete sense, mate. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Well, that's the kind of vibe. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of where it's at. You just have to. Work hard, but work smart as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Like when we do the voiceovers, we're like doing I do like 4 of each take, and I just pick one, boom, 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 and it kind of goes like that. So and I've been doing these little spoken words, and I can get them out really quick. So I think the more you do something, the better you get at doing it. Usually, right? So,
yeah, you do if you learn from your mistakes. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly. As long as you accept that you can make mistakes and you're open to learning, then it's a very good thing. Then it's all right. If you think everything you've done is absolutely perfect, then you won't learn anything. So totally. So that's where my head's at. Personally, just keep going in, and also not doing the music. Doing the music videos. I do the music video directing. I think that's the most time consuming and stuff. So. This year coming, I'm going to kind of like not do so. I'm not going to do another Sikth one. It takes it out of you. You do all this, and to be honest with you, the budgets which we used to have many years ago are not there anymore. It's not there in the music anymore, and especially like if you want to do so much content, you're like, let's do like 5 videos. Let's also get this out and let's get that out and let's do a lyric video. Oh no, that's too good for a lyric video. Oh, we'll just get it out anyway. And all this stuff, right? So. you get it all out, and you're working on like a tenth of the budget, and then obviously, but you still work just as hard.
Yes.
As a video maker, you know what I mean? You work just as hard. You just don't have all the little things to make it easier, or make it higher, or make this, or make that. Do you know what I mean?
I get what you're saying exactly. Yeah.
I'm just making sure that exactly the next things I do when I work for other bands, I actually get So I'm making sure I just pick my projects a lot wiser, because some things I didn't pick as wise as I could have, project-wise, or what I could have taken on. But yeah, so, and then you say about working hard and working smart. Well, I said about that, but you were saying how do you juggle the thing? To be honest with you, to be completely honest, I've only written about 5 poems in the last year since the Sikth album, because it absolutely broke me. I did so much last minute kind of stuff because so much music was given last minute. It kind of, I felt broken by it. You know what I mean? I felt like my poetry, my mind is exhausted because I've had to get all this done last minute. I don't know what's happened, but it really, really was hard. But I'm getting back in the flow of things now. But I think that can happen. I think you can, your batteries can run out as it were creatively. I don't know. There's another.
Definitely. Yeah. That's a really good way of putting it.
Okay. Cool.
That makes complete sense. Yeah.
I think that is actually what happened. So yeah. I wasn't as clever as I could have been or things weren't made as easy, and I didn't make them as easy. So you learn from that, though, don't you?
Mm. You do indeed, mate. So, mate, I better let you go because you're going to have a call coming through pretty soon. But, mate, it's been a wonderful discussion again, and I hope we can catch up when you guys play the Zoo in Brisbane on Wednesday the 2nd of May. I'd love to shake your hand and have a beer.
Yeah. Well, make sure you... is this a radio interview? Is this?
Yeah, I've got a podcast series and also a radio show. So yeah, I've got both.
Oh, is this live on there right now? Or?
No. I go and edit everything after the fact.
Well, what I was going to say is there any way of that? Are you going to be able to get a pass, or is that all sorted, or do you want me to?
Oh no, look, I just hit up John and he sorts me out, so that's no dramas. Yeah.
Okay.
So hopefully, yeah. I mean,
yeah. Please make that happen so we can have a beer and stuff and have a chat.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah. Well, congratulations on a wonderful career, mate, and you're an excellent live band as well. So it's going to be a stellar live show. Can't wait for it.
Oh, thanks, mate. I'm really looking forward to meeting you. Looking forward to. Actually, if you put this out, I'm really am looking forward to seeing the crowd in the show because I heard loads of good things about it. I just hope that everyone tells everyone to turn up, come out and check us out because we've been looking forward to this for a long, long while. So,
cool, mate. Yeah, no, plenty of people are waiting for you, so don't worry about that. There'll be plenty of people in the audience.
I hope. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Okay, mate. That's it. That was my conversation with Mikee from Sikth. Apologies for the audio quality there, but look, that's what happens when you're talking to someone all the way across the other side of the globe. My name's Andrew Mikee Smith, and you've been listening to the Scars and Guitars podcast. It is a very goodbye for now.